You can see here design the model for the user experience. So here we can see, so what are the things we can how we are going to design the model and what are the requirements we have, we can see here. So
a lot of focus goes into how to build an Anaplan model, but equally important is how to design it. So, you have your new model concept, and you define what applications or processes the model will perform. Now it's time to start designing how the model will actually work. Where do you begin? You remember the model building blocks, right? The central library, the engine, and the user experience? The natural inclination is to design the same way you build, by starting with the lists, which contain the data you will use, then moving to building out the modules in the engine, and finishing with the end user experience.
we have covered these things, like what is central library, what is the engine, what is the user experience. So generally what we do, our building flow should be, how we build the model means, like we create the general list, we set time, we set version, everything, and then we start the creating the modules, input module, calculation module, output module. Then we go to UX pages and we create UX pages. This is a building flow is a proper, but how we need to design means, designing flow will be opposite to the build flow. We can see here.
The problem with designing this way is people often get lost as they go because they had no destination in mind. It's like taking a trip without knowing exactly where you are going. Sure, you can head in the general direction and you might end up in the right city. It might be a fun way to travel, but it is not an efficient way to build a model.
We can see here, if you don't know destination, how can we travel within short time? If you need to set the destination and then only we can go a very shortcut way, otherwise what happened, it will take lot of time. You may create some unwanted line items, unwanted reports, everything. That is the reason we should know the target and then we should start the building the model. For knowing our target, we should design. First we need to design the model, then we need to start the building the model.
Beginning your model build without a destination means you will be building lists you may not need, cleaning data you might not use, and building modules that you either don't need or that duplicate functions.
So without knowing the target things, if you start the building, what happened? You may create unwanted things, unwanted list, unwanted modules, unwanted reports that may not we need. So it is a waste of our time. That is the reason we should build the model, then we need to design the model first, then we need to build the model.
Best practice is to design the opposite way you build. Start with a user experience or UX. This gives you the ability to know where you are going. Starting with the experience allows you to work backwards and build, so you are only adding what you need to the model, the right lists, modules, and calculations.
How we need to design the model means, first of all we need to understand what are the reports end user they need. So by understanding their reports, what are their requirements, then to prepare that reports, what are the modules we need to create. So then we can understand, by knowing their reports, we can understand what are the modules we need to create. If you know the modules, for that modules what are the list we need, according to their requirement we can design the module and list. Then if you know all these things, all these things we can build the proper way. What are the list we need, we create first, and then what are the modules we need that we create the second. Then finally we attach these modules to the UX pages. So these are the designing flow. Is it clear for everyone? So what is this how these things are affecting? Yes.
Yes, yes.
So next you can see here, so project user stories. So project user stories nothing but these are the requirements. So these things we need to implement here. In level 1, this is our level 1. So in level 1, this is the most important point, like user stories nothing but our target. So end user required these reports. So to get these reports we are working here. So you can see these are the end users requirement. So to solve or to get these reports, we are building this level 1 Anaplan model building for Unicorn Candy Company. What are the end user requirements you can see here? For Unicorn Candy Company financial planning analysis model, there are two end users. One is chief financial officer and another one is a product planner. You can see here. Review their user stories and examples of models UX pages to get an overview of user experience outcomes that you are building the model for. So for their requirement we are building here. What are their requirement? You can see one is the chief financial officer, he is the first guy, and another one is like product planner, he is the second guy. So what are the requirements he needs? You can see here. So financial officer, chief financial officer responsibility, like he needs to uh, calculate the employee headcount and total expenses by department wise. This is the first requirement of CFO. So after that he need to adjust employee drivers by country. What is mean by employee drivers means other than employee salaries, whatever we provide employee like bonus, car allowance, mobile allowance, these things comes under the employee driver expenses. So these things they need to calculate by country wise. This is the second requirement. And another requirement, you can see third requirement, see the profit and loss data by country each month. He needs to know profit and loss data by country wise each and every month he should know. So this is a third requirement. So what is the final requirement? He needs to compare what is actual budget and forecast version. So what is the past sales, what are the past revenue, and what are the past expenses, what are the past profit and loss. He needs to compare past with future. In past how it happened and in future how it is going to happen. So these things he needs to compare. So these are the four requirements belongs to CFO. We need to prepare these four reports. Is it clear why we are creating, what are these four requirements belongs to CFO? Yes. Is it clear for everyone? What are the responsibilities belongs to chief financial officer?
Yeah.
Yes.
These two are the requirements, and that list what they want, we need to provide those data, right? The
Yes,
budget
those
and the
reports. These
we need to
reports we
devise.
need,
Hmm.
we needs to prepare.
Yeah, yeah. For this CFO and one for the product planner.
Product planner. So second one is the product planner. Whatever I have explained, these things are the CFO responsibilities. And what are the responsibilities, like what are the requirement for the product planner at Unicorn Candy Company means? So product planner, he's a chief financial officer, nothing but he's a financial officer. He needs to calculate everything in finance. Like you can see here, finance side only you can see expenses, employee expenses, non-employee expenses, profit and loss, and he needs to compare how finance about the past and future. These things he is totally concentrating on finance. So what is the product planner? Nothing but he will concentrate on product things, like on he will concentrate on product cost and price, how much he needs. So you can see here, adjust product cost and price for all candy company within the product family and this needs to done annually and by percentage, so I can make adjustment to see how changes will impact my future pricing, how he needs to adjust unit price and unit cost of the product. So these things he need to adjust every annually. So how these things are affecting the product price, future product price, these things he needs to adjust each and every year. This is a product planner responsibility, first responsibility. And second responsibility, he needs to know product, how products are selling by size wise and country wise, how my products are selling each and every country wise and size wise. This is the second responsibility. Each and every product how we are selling in each and every country and each and every size, nothing but product size, different product sizes we have in Unicorn Candy Company. Like 100 gram, 200 gram, 300 gram, and how many products we are selling in 100 gram products, how many products we are selling 200 gram products, like that size wise and country wise he needs to know. And finally you can see here how this sales numbers, volume nothing but sales numbers, he needs to import sales, he needs to import nothing but he needs to get the sales numbers, and he needs to check the impact of revenue and margin percentage. So how these sales numbers are impacting revenue, margin and margin percentage. So if you increase the sales, what happened? Revenue will get increase or decrease. What happened if sales increase? Yes.
Increase.
If sales increase,
Revenue also increase.
revenue also increase. That is the fact. So like we need to
Yes.
understand. So these are the things we need to understand, how these things are happening. So you can see here. So by these are the main responsibility belongs to the product planner. So product planner totally focusing on product, product price and cost, and how products we are selling in each and every country and each and every size wise how we are selling, and these product selling, product volume, how they are impacting on the revenue, margin and margin percentage. These are the three reports needs to the product planner. So is it clear what are the major roles for the CFO and what are the major roles for the product planner? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So okay, fine. So can you count what are the responsibility belongs to CFO and what are the responsibilities belongs to product planner? Feroz, count.
Responsibility belongs to the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, is like
Yes, what
employees headcount and total.
reports they needs CFO?
CFO needs the employee driver of drive adjust employees driver by country and the profit and loss data by each countries and each month, and compare the actual and the budget and forecast versions, and
Okay.
employees headcount and total expense department are responsibility of the chief financial officer, CFO.
Okay. And what are the responsibility belongs to product planner?
Product planner responsibilities are adjust the product cost and the price of all the candidates within
Okay.
the product family,
And what are the other responsibilities?
and whether like it impact in the future or not, and we had the other thing is second,
Yes.
the product that are how well the product is selling by size and country need to show, and other one is the volume data like import sale volume, and how that is impacted by revenue, like sales, how much sales happens, If sales increase, the revenue also impact on the
Yes,
margin percentage. These are the responsibility of product planner of
yes,
unicorn
exactly.
branded company.
Yes. So can you count, Imad, what are these responsibilities belongs to CFO? And
I have one question here, Asif. Actually, coming to this both designations, one is the CFO and the product planner. The list
okay.
what we can see is this is the requirement. Like this is the two clients, and we need to give this point by point. We need to make a report, right?
Yes,
We
yes,
need to show the drivers by country. So instead of saying the responsibilities, this is the requirement list for this person, for this chief financial officer. We need to give the head count, and we need to divide, the drivers. We need to show the different type of, salaries uh, by country. No, what I'm saying is instead of saying the responsibilities, this is the requirement. This is the
Rest,
step
one
by step.
minute.
We need to make a
I,
report, and we need to submit to this guy as the client,
yes.
right?
So that
It's
okay, requirement and responsibilities are not separate. So they need their these things. So that is a requirement. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
Nothing is
exactly.
different. Two are both are same. So we need to
Yeah,
prepare these reports. The requirement is there. We need to prepare. This is
prepare that. Yeah,
goals here.
yeah, yeah. Got you, got you.
No problem. But can you count these points? What are the requirement for CFO and what are the requirements they have? Like product planner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So coming to this chief financial officer, he need a like number of employees, like head count, and the total expenses by the different department. Okay,
Okay.
and coming to the just employee drivers, drivers means you said like the all the expenses, salaries, the bonuses that we are paying to the employee, like housing allowances or the transportation, are different categories uh, by country. We need to show by
Yes.
country by. Hello.
Yes. You can count
Yeah,
other points as well.
yeah.
You can count other points as well. Whatever. Am I audible to you? You can count other points as well.
Oh no, no. Actually, I was saying that it was on mute. Uh, Band baja bajra, so it's some like little
Okay.
disturbance over here. So the CFO is also wants to see the profit and loss data
Okay.
for the each month by country, by
Yes.
different country. For each month they want to see the profit and data of the company, and they also want to compare the actual and the budget and the forecast version. So here they want to see the current, the actual